Hello everybody, I'm Michael Reed of AuthenticAstrology.com. On the 12th of August, I'm going to be holding a group session on the transits of Ketu and Saturn and Rahu and how they're impacting each individual. If you register for this group session, which is $49 for registration, then what you can do is show up with your personal horoscope, and we're going to take a look at the horoscopes of each individual in the class and how Rahu and Ketu are impacting them personally by transit. So again, the registration link for that particular group session is above. Doing the right thing really is much simpler than we make it. But we're human beings, and human beings, we like to kind of complicate things, right? Something simple, we'll find a way to make it harder, right? Like living on Earth and just like being in harmony with the Earth, that's ultimately very simple. You just have to look at the animals and you know how to do that. But no, we need to have all this industrial stuff and all these things to make life simpler, but really it's making life much more complicated, right? But anyway, I digress, but perhaps not, okay? But doing the right thing is really just as simple as having your heart in the right place. And your heart's in the right place, it's in your chest, and it's beating, or at least I hope it is, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video, more than likely. And so you don't have to kind of put it in your chest or do something complicated to make it beat. Nor do you have to do anything complicated to make it beat passionately. You just have to be yourself. Now, why am I going through all this? Well, you may be becoming overly concerned at the moment about doing the right thing. And because you're so concerned about getting it right, you're actually getting it wrong. You want to do your best, but you are doing your best. And doing your best is simply following your heart and letting your heart drive you towards, making sacrifices for those things that are important to you, which is ultimately what your current scenario of doing the right thing is all about. Now, what might that scenario be about? That's going to be different for each person, dependent upon where the current transits are falling in your chart. For that, you can schedule a personal consultation at the link above. But back to that point of proving a point, right? Points are for competition. So why prove them? And if it's about a competition for you, who are you in competition with? Is it somebody else? Or are you in competition with yourself to prove that you can do something which ultimately you're doing in the first place, right? So why am I going on and on? I don't know. Why are you going round and round, making your life much more complicated than it really needs to be at the present moment? All you have to do is do what feels appropriate. You don't have to overly complicate it. You don't have to prove a point. You don't have to go, I need to make sure that I do this right. You just simply have to follow your heart. That will guide you in the appropriate direction at the moment. Everything else that's going on up here in the old noggin is really just you obsessing about those things that you're concerned about. And concern, at least the fear side of it, doesn't drive the heart in the appropriate manner. Concern, positively speaking, is a positive function of the heart that's meant to drive care, not distraction. So starting tomorrow, the 3rd of August, I'm going to be hosting a 15-week webinar course on the Panchangam elements. These are the factors that I use to put together these regular lunar transit videos. If you're interested in joining the course, you can still do so at the link which you'll see above. Thanks a lot for watching. Take the very best care of yourself and talk to you next time.